Hi everyone, David Jackson here with slingandstonemarketing.com, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can get a professional looking website up and running using the WordPress platform. I'm going to walk you through step by step on purchasing the hosting and installing WordPress and choosing a theme so that you'll be up and ready to go in no time. So the reason why I wanted to do a video like this is because there are businesses out there that are running into this barrier thinking that it's complicated to start a website or to take their business online. And I just want to show that it's no longer the case where you have to spend thousands of dollars to have a website designed and then pay a programmer to put it all together for you. I actually used to be a web developer before I got into online marketing. And I can tell you now that the tools that are available to you right now make the barrier of entry much lower for anybody with a technical background or non-technical background to get a stunning looking website online in no time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you step by step through the process of purchasing hosting to installing WordPress so that by the end of this video you'll have a fully functioning site for your business and you'll finally be able to conquer that giant obstacle that has been holding you back and keeping you from reaching the people who you're trying to help. So as you can see, today I'm going to be purchasing web hosting from SiteGround. Now one of the reasons why I chose to use SiteGround is because their customer service is awesome. If you take a look here, you can see that they highlight customer care reps every month, which lets me know that customer satisfaction is top priority. Okay, let's get to it. So what I'm going to do is walk through some of the features and explain which ones are important so that you'll have a better understanding of which package you should choose and which one is right for your business. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up here to WordPress services. Then we're going to click on the WordPress hosting. And it's going to show us the 3 different packages that they offer for their web hosting. And I'm going to come down here and click on see plan details so we can take a more detailed look into the different features of each package. Now all of this is shared hosting, and that means that your website will be on the server with several hundred different other websites, and you're sharing the resources of that one server. Now this is a good thing and a bad thing. The good thing is that with you sharing the resources of the server, the cost of maintaining the server is spread amongst all the different websites that are on there. The bad thing is that you have to share all of the resources of that server with all the other websites that are running on it. One of the biggest questions people have when it comes to purchasing web hosting is not knowing which package to get. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through some of the features and the differences between the packages so that you can make a better informed decision as to which one will be right for you and your business. First off, we're going to start with the price. Now my recommendation is to always go with the package that you can afford. Every hosting company is going to have an introductory rate that they offer for new customers that are coming to them for the first time. Now the introductory rate will usually be anywhere between 50, 60, or even 70% off of their normal price. Usually these introductory prices are only if you purchase 1 year of hosting. And that's what I recommend that you should do anyway, because if you're starting a business, you're going to be in it for the long haul. So you might as well just go ahead and make the investment and just buy at least 1 year of hosting. Okay, so let's get into the differences between these 3 packages. As you go from the lower end to the higher end, the biggest difference is going to be the amount of resources that your website has on the server and performance enhancements. So as you can see with the number of monthly visits, on the startup package, you can only handle probably about 10,000 visitors per month before you start running into some performance issues. Whereas with the Go Geek, you can handle up to about 100,000 visits per month before you start running into some performance issues. Next is the web space. This is basically the amount of hard drive space that you have on the server. So this will store not only your website, but any files and images that you upload to your website. 10 gigabytes is enough for most businesses starting out. You're not really going to be in danger of going over that limit unless you're uploading a lot of really big files like videos or really high resolution images. For the startup package, you can only have one website or one domain name on the account. And that's why this package is good for people who only know that they want to have one website, whether it be their business website or if it's just a personal website. As long as they know that they only want to have one, it's not a problem. So as we continue on, we see that there really isn't any difference between the three until we get to the WordPress features. Now what the WordPress Special Cache does is it helps improve the performance of your website by keeping files in a cache so that when a visitor comes to your website, it can serve and display the page quicker than it would if it had to pull the files from the hard drive first and then serve them. The one-click WordPress staging and the WordPress repo creation, these are for pretty technical people that are going to get down into the code and want to test things out before pushing them live. Most business owners and people starting off don't have to worry about this type of level of sophistication. Now that pretty much covers all of the essential features that I think that you should be looking at when you're choosing not only a hosting company but a hosting package. And as I mentioned before, I recommend going with whatever hosting you can actually afford. Now, if you don't plan on having more than one website, the startup is probably the best bet for you. It's a really good value at only $3.95 per month right now. It goes up to $9.95 per month afterwards, after the introductory rate is over. But it's really good value, and if you only plan on having one website and you're just getting started, that's the best bet for you. Now, I'm going to go with the Grow Big because I have multiple websites that I'm going to be bringing over from another hosting company, but they're not getting the amount of traffic and I'm not using as much resources to justify me upgrading to the Go Geek plan. Now, there might be some small businesses out there that might have a business website, and if the owner might have their own little personal website, the Grow Big might be good enough for that as well, because you'll have multiple websites, and with the Grow Big plan, you can have unlimited websites. As long as you're not taxing the server, you'll be fine. You won't see any performance issues. You have up to about 25,000 visitors per month that your server can handle. But for those that might be at the medium to large size businesses where they're getting a lot of traffic to their existing website and they're looking to switch over to SiteGround, then the Go Geek might be for them because they get up to 100,000 visitors per month before they start seeing any performance issues. So I hope that going over these features and the differences between the packages is helpful to you. Now I'm going to continue on as I go and order the Grow Big, and you can just follow along with me. Okay, so now it brings us to this screen where we can either register a new domain or we can let them know that we already have a domain name. Now I already have a domain name that I'm going to use, but for those of you that are just starting out, you may need to just register a new domain name. So I'm just going to act like I'm registering a new domain name. So I'm going to type in something here like, I don't know, mysupercoolbusiness.com. Domain registration is going to be about $15 per year, and that's about average. It's kind of on the high end. With my other web hosting company, I'm keeping my domains registered with them, and I pay about $12 or $13 per year. So it's a little, like I said, a little on the high side, but it's not anything extraordinary. There are some that you can find out there that'll charge $9 or $10 a year. So it's pretty much going to be in that range. All right, so I'm going to hit proceed. All right, and the domain is available. So here you'll be creating your account, put in email, password, put in all of your information along with your payment information. Now, like I said, I'm going to go with the Grow Big. But for you, you might want to do the startup plan or the Go Geek. The data center, I want my data center to be in Chicago. But as you can see, there's also one in the Netherlands, in Singapore, in London, and in Italy. I'm going to choose 24 months, but for you, you could do 12 months, you could do 36 months. They're all the same pricing. Now, you can do a trial for 1 month. I wouldn't recommend doing that, especially if you're a business. It doesn't make much sense for you to just get hosting for 1 month and you're going to be paying almost $25 for a setup fee. You might as well just go ahead, make the investment. I mean, this is a business. This is something that's going to be long term. So just go ahead and make the investment for 12 months or whatever, 24 or 36 months, just to get started. Now, if you can afford to do 36 months at $5.95, that's 3 full years that you'll only be paying less than $6 a month for web hosting. I mean, that's just ridiculous. So if you registered a domain name because you didn't already have one, that's going to be $15 per year, and so that's already going to be checked. I do recommend that you do the domain privacy. It's only $12 a year. It's basically $1 a month, and what that'll do is it'll keep your personal information from the public. And then last but not least is the SiteGround Site Scanner. Now, I don't recommend that you get this because it's just a monitoring service. It's not really going to prevent your site from getting hacked in any way. It's just letting you know that, hey, your website just got hacked. Thought we should let you know. Plus, if you're just getting started, you're not going to be a big target. You'll most likely be a waste of time for somebody who's going to try and hijack your site because you don't have any traffic and therefore they can't get anything out of it. Now, if you're a bigger business and you're getting a ton of traffic to your website every month, then this might be something you want to invest in for only $20, for less than $20 a year. So then that way you can get notified and you can get your team on it to solve the problem immediately. So that wraps everything up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back, I'm going to put in all of my information. So give me 1 second and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I filled in all of my information. I'm getting the Grow Big package for 24 months. My total bill is going to come to $142.80. And with that, I'm just going to go ahead down here, make sure that you click the confirm that you've read the terms of service and click Pay Now. Alright, so what this is doing now is it's just setting up my account, and boom, my account is created. I can proceed to the customer member area. Okay, so after you click the button, you're going to come to this page where you can either start a new website or you can transfer an existing website. So if you have a website already on other hosting, they'll transfer that and migrate it over to their hosting for free. Or you can click thanks, but I don't need any help. So I'm going to go ahead and click that and then hit proceed. Okay, so now you should be looking at the home page of your SiteGround account. Here you'll find some current promotions that they have, and over to the right you'll see some link to some helpful pages. Now if we go up at the top where it says My Accounts and click on that, so now we're looking at your accounts page, and this gives you all the essential information you need about your account. Now let's go to the cPanel so we can install WordPress. But before I install WordPress, I want to take a quick minute and show you the Let's Encrypt SSL Certificate so you can see just how easy it is to secure your website. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down, and where it says Let's Encrypt, we're going to click Let's Encrypt. Okay, so what I've done is I set up a subdomain which I'm going to install WordPress on. So I just want to show you just the real basics and how quick and easy it is to get started. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually create an SSL certificate for the subdomain website so you can see just how easy it is to have a secured website. So all I do is just click on the domain that I want, put my email address in, and click install. And it's just going through some things right now where it's creating the certificate automatically. And it should be done any second. And there it is. Now I have an SSL certificate for my subdomain, and I'll be able to secure that website. Click OK. And now I'm going to secure this web connection. So I just click on, and I click on for that. So now I should have a secured connection. So I'm going to go back over to my website. And when I hit refresh, as you can see here, I have the HTTPS, meaning that it's secured, and you see the padlock right next to it. So now I have a fully secured website, and I recommend that this is the first thing that you do before you install WordPress. So now I'm back to the Let's Encrypt SSL, and I'm going to go back to the cPanel home. Okay, so now we're ready to install WordPress. So what I'm going to do is come down here where it says Auto Installers and click on WordPress. Next, we're going to click on Install Now. For Choose Protocol, since we have SSL, we're going to leave it as the HTTPS protocol. For domain, I'm going to go ahead and select the demo subdomain that I chose earlier. For directory, I recommend that you keep this blank so that our home page will just be yourdomain.com and not yourdomain.com/WordPress or WP or whatever you put in this field. Next, we're going to do site settings. So here you're going to put in the name of your website. In my case, it's going to be Sling and Stone. Then you're going to fill in the site description. This is kind of like a tagline. So in my case, I'm going to put my marketing blog. Then you're going to give yourself a username and a password. Now you want to make sure that you write these down somewhere in a safe place so that you'll remember them, because this is how you're going to log in to your WordPress site after it's installed. Then you're going to select the language. In my case, it'll be English. That's the only language that I speak. But if you have another language that you prefer, you can choose that here. Next, we have the plugins. I'm not going to install these on this demo, but if you want, you can, and you can check them out. And if you don't like them, you can always uninstall them later. Lastly, you can choose to install a theme. I'm not going to right now, because later on, I'm going to show you how you can install a theme through WordPress. Now we're going to skip over the advanced options because the defaults are perfectly fine, and you wouldn't need to change those unless you're doing advanced things that go beyond the scope of this video. So we're just going to go ahead and click Install. And now WordPress is being installed. It shouldn't take but less than a minute. And there it is. We're already done. So now we're going to go up to where it says Administrative URL, and you want to make sure that you bookmark this link because this will take you to the WordPress login page. I'm just going to go ahead and click this link now. So what you should see now is your WordPress dashboard. Now if you want to take a look at what your website looks like right now, you just come up here and click Visit Site. This is one of the built-in WordPress themes. If you want to take a look, you can go ahead and click on Posts just to see what it looks like. You know, archives, and you can just play around with it. If you want to get back to the dashboard, just come up here and click Dashboard. So the first thing I want to do before we start to change the appearance of the website is to change the permalinks. So you want to go down here to where it says Settings and then click on Permalinks. And we're going to choose Post Name. And the reason for that is because this causes your URLs to be more readable and without any numbers or dates, and so it's easier for people to remember. Then we're going to come down and make sure you click Save Changes. And now we're ready to pick a new theme. So we're going to come over here to Appearance and select Themes. Then to Add New. And I like to click on Popular so I can get more themes. And then you just go through, and if any of them look interesting, then you can just click Preview, see what it looks like. Now this isn't installed on your website yet. This just gives you an idea of what it would look like. So if this looks good enough, then you come up here and click Install, and then Activate. Now the theme is active on our website. And if you want to take a look at what it looks like, come over here and click Visit Site. And there it is. So let's create some pages. What we're going to do is come over here to New and select Page. Then we're going to create a page called Home. We're going to publish that. Then we're going to come over here to Add New. And we're going to create a page called Blog. I'm going to publish that. Now we'll come over here to Add New again. And we'll create a page called Contact Us. We'll publish that. Then we'll go up to Add New again. And we'll create a page called About Us. And we'll publish that as well. Okay, so now we have some pages created. Now let's create some posts. So we'll come over here to where it says Posts and click Add New. And we'll create our first post. We'll call it Post Number 1. And we'll go over and we'll publish that. Actually, I'll bring some text over so we can have some text with our first blog post. There we go. And I'll just click Update. And we'll create a couple of more pages, or I'm sorry, posts. So we'll call this Second Post. And we'll grab some text for that. We'll publish that. Now, you know what? Let's give this a category. Add new category, and we'll say travel. Add new category. All right, and we'll publish that. And we'll create one more post. We'll call this post Last Blog Post. And we'll grab some text for that. And let's see, we'll put this under the travel category as well, and we'll publish that. Okay, so now we have a couple of pages created and we have some blog posts that are made. So now let's put it all together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to where it says Appearance, and I'm going to select Menus. So here I'm going to create a menu for the website using the pages that I just created. So we're going to give it a menu name, This can be whatever you want. I'll just call it main menu. Now click create menu. Then I'm going to add the pages. So home, blog, about us, and contact us. Right. Once they're added, you can rearrange them any way that you want. If you want to do nested menus, you can just pull this over like so. If I want another one, just pull that there. So now about us and contact us will be a sub menu of blog. And then if I want to change it back, just move them back over. And once you're done, just come over here to save menu. And then we need to tell it where we want it displayed. So we'll go over to manage locations. And for the primary menu, we'll select our main menu that we just created and click Save Changes. Now we can go to our website and see what it looks like. And as you can see over here on the right, we have the menu that we created. Now let's go back to the dashboard. And we'll change what gets displayed on our home page. So I'm going to come down here to where it says Settings and click on Reading. And now I can change it so that our home page doesn't display the blog posts. I'll just click on Static Page and then choose Home as the home page and Blog for the post page. Then click Save Changes. And now we can see what our website looks like. So now our home page doesn't have our blog posts. It has a static page that we can change and put whatever we want on there. And then if we want to go to the blog, we just come over here and click on Blog. And this has all of our blog posts. You can choose to have the blog on your home page if you like, but I like to have a static page for the home and keep my blog on a separate page. So now I'm going to put some separate content on the home page. Go back to Dashboard, go to Pages, click on the home page, and now I'll grab some text for this, and I'll click Update. Now let's take a look. Okay, it's looking better, but I'm going to change just a couple more things. So I'll go back to the home page. So what I'm going to do is take away the sidebar and make the content layout so that it's full width contained. And then I'm going to set up a featured image. Come over here to upload files, and you can either choose select files or you can just drag and drop the image that you want. I'll just drag and drop mine. Then I'll set the featured image and click Update. Now let's take a look. And here it is, a nice, clean looking, static home page with a featured image. Now you can go into more customizations by coming up here and clicking Customize. And what this will do is it'll open up the WordPress Customizer. Here you have all of the different features and settings for the theme that you have installed. So you can change the site identity, the layout, colors and background, typography, all of these different things. And that's just for this theme. Whatever theme you install will have different features and options for you to change. Now I encourage you to go into the customizer for the theme you have installed and play around with some of the settings and the features and get your website to look just the way you like it. And if you can't get it just right, you can always install a different theme which has more features or customizations so you can get your website looking just the way you want. So there you have it, a professional looking website up and running on WordPress with 2 years of hosting for less than $150. I really appreciate you spending your time to stay until the end, and I hope that this video was helpful. If so, do me a favor and click the thumbs up button so this video can help others. Also, be sure to click the subscribe button if you'd like to see more videos about online marketing for small businesses. If you followed along with me and got WordPress installed and set up, leave a hashtag GiantSlayer in the comments below. It'll let me and others know that you conquered this obstacle that was standing in your way. If you have any questions, comments, or topics you want me to cover in future videos, go ahead and leave them in the section below and I'll do my best to help you out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.